sports. It's in the game.
It's Week 11 of the National Football League.
And we've got the Dolphins. Rocket on quarterback.
He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Dolphins and the Bills. Coming up next.
From the home of the Bills since way back in 1973, there's a look at Highmark Stadium just outside of Buffalo, New York. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And a peek at a guy with a lot of experience. His 9th year now in the NFL under center.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. Motion man is Shakir. Here's Smith. A dump off this time for Andrews. And he'll get about 6 there before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Smith now to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. The Bills send the punter out. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
It was good. Four touchdowns, one pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right. I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it second down. You look at this Buffalo defense. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Up the middle they go. It's Alexander. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. O'Neal. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to get it back here just past the 35. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. After the interception, here's Smith. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
From the gun, here's Smith. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. You look at this Buffalo defense. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 33. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory, down at the 33. Now a handoff up the middle. Alexander. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Operating from the gun, O'Neal. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Back to throw. O'Neal work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now the first carry here for the running back. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
On now the Miami field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Smith. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Here's Andrews. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
On the ground, Andrews again. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Smith. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
From the 50, it's Smith.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Now Smith. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Let's go.
Smith. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. A shotgun snap for Smith. Throw left side complete. That's Ross. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. O'Neal. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Out of the gun now on third down. That is caught. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Alexander. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And this one is right down the middle.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The final shot here before break. Smith. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. will start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, and it's the Texans who are out in front. C.J. Stroud has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Rams looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Check on the Patriots. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Drake May leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break. Final adjustments being made for the second half. So with that, we get you back up to Orchard Park and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. O'Neal. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
He finds his man, complete. It's Alexander. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 44 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this will be caught. It's Fowler for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Here's Smith. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Smith. Shakir hauls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st. In motion, the tight end. They'll run it with Andrews.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Out of the gun, Smith. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Bills send the punter out, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he'll take it just outside the 40. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. Slot man moves right. Throwing to start the drive. O'Neal. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. 55 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The point after is good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now it's Smith.
And he'll go right back to Andrews.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4.
Viking 18. Let's go now. Check go.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. In trouble, and he's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
At the 38-yard line. Come on, set.
Here's Smith.
Has his man, it's Shakir.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Smith now to throw.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set.
He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Smith.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here we go. Ready, hot, ready, go. Ready.
Again, Smith. And Gresham's got it over the middle. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23-yard line.
Set, go. Ready, ready.
Now Smith. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now Smith. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second. And Andrews lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
And this is going to be incomplete. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go on 4th. Smith.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Bills offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And his throw here's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. taking on the midfield logo. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. That one looks like he'll throw here. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On second down, they'll run it here.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break.